And so I'm going to talk about the Oscars now, everybody. I know you might be fed up with Hollywood. I'm fed up with Hollywood. We're all fed up with Hollywood, but the Oscars has gone even more woke. Oscars voters, this is out of New York Post, Oscars voters rip into ridiculous new diversity rules for Best Picture. If it were released today, The Godfather would possibly have no chance of winning Best Picture. That's because the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences is beholden to new inclusivity standards. That's right, inclusivity standards. So Best Picture isn't necessarily about actually being the best movie. It's what is it actually, what identity people does it have in it? Starting at the March 2024 awards, movies will not be considered for the Best Picture nomination unless they meet 2 out of 4 standards. Here's the 4 standards they got to meet 2 out of. One of them is featuring a lead or significant supporting character from a, quote, underrepresented racial or ethnic group. Got to have a main storyline that focuses on an underrepresented group, or at least 30% of the cast comes from 2 or more underrepresented groups. Women, ethnic minorities, LGBTQ, or disabled. A full outline of these standards can be found on the Academy's site. It's got some voting members of the Academy, people that actually are a part of the Academy, people that are in Hollywood, claiming that it's completely ridiculous. There was one director that fumed to the Post, said, I'm for diversity, but to make you cast certain types of people if you want to get nominated, that makes the whole process contrived. The person who is right for the part should get the part. Why should you be limiting your choices based on identity? But it's the world we're in. This is crazy. Absolutely. We don't have a merit-based society anymore. This is affirmative action for an award for Best Picture. Seriously. You got to have identity politics to have the Best Picture. It's not about having the best movie. This is why we see, right now, we see a bunch of movies. One of them, there's a horror movie. I haven't been able to see it yet. It's called Nefarious. It's apparently it's anti-woke, it's pro-Christian, talks about the devil infecting people, some prisoner or something. Has awful critic reviews, but rave audience reviews. It's because Hollywood and these elites are out of touch with what's going on with the average American. That's what it is. These people are out of touch. 100%. Richard Dreyfuss, the guy from the Jaws movie, is also slamming the Oscars for these new diversity rules. Legendary actor Richard Dreyfuss condemned the inclusivity changes that will be implemented for next year's Oscars, saying the new standards, quote, make him vomit. This is an art form. It's also a form of commerce. It makes money, but it's an art, Dreyfuss said on PBS. He said, no one should be telling me as an artist that I have to give in to the latest, most current idea of what morality is. Dreyfuss, who famously played Matt Hooper in Jaws, claimed the standards were legislating people's feelings. Absolutely. What are we risking, he asked. Are we really risking hurting people's feelings? You can't legislate that. And you have to let life be life. And I'm sorry, I don't think that there is a minority or a majority in the country that has to be catered to like that. That's the other thing. How disrespectful is this to people that are of these traditionally oppressed groups that the Academy wants to talk about? How offensive is it to them to say, apparently you're not doing as much as we think you should in Hollywood. And so what we're going to do is make it so that to get considered for an award, movie studios have to put in a certain amount of people of identity backgrounds. What insanity is that? And how disrespectful is that? Why can't it just be whoever's best for the part gets the part? There's been other ways though Hollywood and the Oscars is going woke. So there's an actress, Jameela Jamil. She's part of this show that I really like. It's called The Good Place. And she came out, apparently, the Academy and other award shows are considering getting rid of gendered awards. Like Best Actor, Best Actress. And so The Good Place star came out against gender-neutral award show categories, saying that it completely shuts out women. And she gets it half right. She still takes kind of a little bit of a politically correct stance in this. This is out of Fox News. Jamil wrote that the Oscars were looking to, quote, get rid of gendered acting awards and subsequently criticized liberals who, quote, write people off. Jameela Jamil came out against the gender-neutral award show categories on Saturday, arguing that it would be better for non-binary people to have their own category in an Instagram post. What she said exactly, quote, was, would it not be better to give non-binary people their own category rather than opening the door for Hollywood to completely shut out women, given the known disproportionate amount of men versus women winning at award shows? In response to the Oscars, quote, looking to get rid of gendered acting awards. So she said, I don't think it would help women or non-binary people to minimize the amount of possible winners. We should be looking to expand the possibilities so that both gender non-conforming people and women have a fair shot in an industry that has for a long time struggled to treat others equal to men. So she still kind of takes a little bit of a woke route on it. But at least she recognizes that having this expansion of gender neutral crap diminishes the awards that women can actually win. Look, I don't know if she's the kind of person, she probably is. She's probably the kind of person that would praise a transgender man. So a transgender woman, a man who pretends to be a woman, she'd probably praise that dude if he won Best Actress or something like that. But at least she's coming out and understanding, hey, this gender non-conforming, gender non-binary, which is, in my opinion, crap. You are a gender. You're born as a gender. You have XY or XX chromosomes. You're a man or a woman, and you can't change that. But at least she recognizes that the expansion of this non-binary stuff hurts women. It does. It hurts women. So good for her for recognizing that.